So I'm back. I don't even know why my hiatus was so long. I wasn't even trying to be on a hiatus, truth be told. So I just type. I usually have a lot of fun when I type in black women under my Google search, and just kind of go by like you can really. It's so fun. You can literally just type in, go to black women, go to news, and type in like a week length of search, and you'll find some good articles. And I found this this gem. Talking of black women complaining yet again about how there's no qualified black men in college. And I can probably bet you this is in the perspective of a PWI, because they never want to shit on HBCUs, but really they don't want to be seen as not bougie, but they don't want their real dating preferences in college exposed. The frat niggas and playing ball, D-boys and all that shit, niggas who don't even go to the college. So they like doing these little fluff piece articles, bitching and complaining about I'm this a valedictorian. I'm this honor roll. I'm on the dean's list, and I just don't understand, like, why aren't brothers looking at me? So let's run with it. Analysis and stereotypes lead to college-educated black women facing greater challenges in the dating market. Black women are the most. No, I'm so used to the most educated. It just flies off the tongue. Black women are among the highest educated female demographic in America. Students and experts told Insider that... See, I told you they were going to fucking do this shit. They were only going to talk about PWIs. They never want to talk about HBCUs and the issues because I can go to TikTok and I can find plenty of black women on TikTok talking about there ain't nobody to date in these HBCUs because all these niggas want to do is fucking have sex with all these women and shit. And they definitely don't want to talk about the STD rates. So they definitely don't want to talk about that. So a lot of these articles are always framed in the perspective that black women are always looking for serious monogamous relationships. Yet when you go to college, they're not looking for that type of shit. Not majority, but it gets frustrating reading these articles. So they're framing black women yet again as these angels looking for decent black men, and then they'll be like sarcastic to where it's like, I don't even mind if my potential black husband just has a GED. I can at least try to get him to an associate's and get him into a program. Like, oh God, like why? Oh, that's so thoughtful of you. So here we go. Students and experts told Insider that the predominantly white college campuses don't create a fair playing field for black women when dating. I mean, like, no duh, it's a predominantly white college. Granted, not everybody has access or mobility to go to a HBCU, depending on where they live, but still, they're not really designed to cater for your dating needs. And even your dating needs is complete bullshit. A viral TikTok of white female college graduates showcasing their engagement rings while waiting to receive their degrees sparked a conversation online about the pressure on young women at Southern colleges, universities get engaged before graduation. Wasn't Kevin Samuels talking about this, 2 to 3 years ago before his passing? Let me text Dr. T real quick. Kevin strikes again. They are talking about white women being married or engaged I'll just put being engaged before, not engraved, engaged before their graduation. Okay, so and so they're gonna complain about white women getting all the men and they have better options. And on a black perspective, in the black community, when you go to these so-called comprehensive, so-called college prep high schools, they're not doing shit with the boys. What are they doing with black boys? When was the last time you read something, spectacular about not just one singular black kid, but an entire graduating class of black boys going to college at 100 percentile? It's a blue moon, but we know in the large scale of things, in the average inner city in motherfucking in Atlanta or South Carolina, North Carolina, DC, those black boys are stuck. They ain't got shit to do. But yet, there's tons of programs getting black girls to do shit that they're not even fucking interested in. You had Black Panther 2 or whatever you want to call it, and they were trying to get black girls into STEM, and I'm just frustrated because I grew up watching 90s and early 2000s sitcoms, and I was always used to seeing the black boys, even in predominantly white schools, black boys always being the genius, always outsmarting even the main character who is also a genius or may also be a genius. Only for that image to instead of being seen as a spark of inspiration, it's used as a fucking punchline. How many fucking black boys were into STEM and robotics in the freaking late 80s that were actually proud to be into that type of shit? Nah, they were made fun of. They were put into lockers and told they weren't shit. Oh, you don't know the latest rap lyrics, the X, Y, and Z artists. So you're lame. Same thing happened with the 90s and early 2000s. But all of a sudden, with your MCU and all these other Title IX programs, you waste so much freaking time trying to get black girl code and all that shit. And be honest with you, on your Facebook, if you have at least 1,000 friends on your Facebook, how many freaking females are talking about I'm on Indeed.com. Does anybody know a coding or a data analyst job that I can apply to? No one asks for that type of shit. What do they normally ask for? Hospitality, being a waiter, those jobs. You never hear them talking about what can I do with my my robotics and my coding skills. They never add. You never seen them go on Facebook asking each other, oh girl, when is Silicon Valley opening up? Like, no, they're not. Be real with yourself. And it's frustrating because these black women are crying because black boys they're just not interested in learning. They're just not interested into STEM. They're not interested in anything academic. And I'm like, I wonder why. Like, I would say for one, it's the poverty, because there isn't shit to do and there's no one is investing in black boys to learn anything. And the point I was trying to make earlier was that you had you had like really 2 decades of black boys being the image of intelligence. But you had no scholarships. You had no positive images, no positive reinforcement. Got this guy hit up about something. No positive reinforcement. Congratulations. Excuse me. Like I was saying, no positive, reinforcement. No positive, out. Damn, everybody turning 30 like a motherfucker. Sheesh. Damn. Crazy. Crazy. Yeah, you had this whole image, but what was wrong with the image of the intellectual black boy? The intellectual black boy was bullied, mostly by his dumber white peers. He was not allowed to date. He couldn't date or have sexual, intercourse. He couldn't have a girlfriend that was permanent. He was always seen as the loser. And the thing is, imagine if media in these scripts flipped it to where the black boys were valuable, where the black intellectual kid was seen as, oh, you're husband material. Oh, I'm definitely getting with you. Oh, you're definitely having my baby. But you know that he's going somewhere, but you're so worried about him now. Oh, he's only 5'8". Oh, he's just a skinny, frail kid. I can't do nothing with him. But you know how to go to Rodney and get his baby, and you know he ain't hitting on shit, as Angry Man would say. You know he ain't hitting on shit. But you find some stupid reason to find the non-select educated lame the bad guy or unwanted. And now you're bitching and moaning and complaining about how black men just don't have nothing to do. They're so unmotivated. They're so shiftless and they can't do nothing. They're good for nothings and all that shit, right? You crying about that. But let's proceed. Let's talk about how white women are doing it right. And I don't even understand why you guys are you guys are in these PWIs. And I'm like, you should be having more game than the bitches in the HBCUs. You should be like soaking in what Sophia and what Heather is doing. Instead, you guys always do this bullshit. Oh, well, I just went to college just to go to college. Okay, whatever. But, my PWI experience was a little different because I actually know a good bit of female black women who did actually get married. But also, I'll probably say, I can't say it was a majority, but it's like I can list people who, they got married and they did it the right way. But continuing on, the phenomenon has many names, but perhaps commonly trademarked ring by spring or obtaining an MRS degree While the terms can have a negative connotation, implying that a young woman's main intention in attending college is to find a partner, it sheds light on a very experience of young white women finding their life partners on campus. What's wrong with it? I mean, y'all black bitches want to do it too, so I don't understand why you're trying to shame them. Like, why aren't you going to college just to go to college? Like, you're not going to have a time in your life to where, again, you're in a space to where there's thousands of people. It makes no sense that you guys are losing. You guys are losing when there are about, 1,000 students? Even in the small PWI, there's probably there's at least 1,000 new people. You're at least seeing, there's probably at least, I'll probably say 10,000 students. But you're probably only seeing and recognizing probably about 1,000 of them, a fraction of them, probably 10%. But it makes no sense how you guys are just losing like this, man. It isn't comparable to the experience of college-educated black women who are 53% less likely to marry a well-educated man with at least some secondary education. Why you had to put the secondary education bullshit? Than their white counterparts. Well, black women don't find educated black men attractive. I mean, just some, but on a social level, it's just free fucking with alphas, kappas, and athletes and all them knuckleheads. See, you're not being honest of what the sexuality of black women in college are. They're not these. See, because they're trying to paint this freaking picture that, oh well, these girls are just dainty virgins in college, and they're just waiting for the right one. It's like, come on, bullshit. Bullshit. Talk to actual black men in college. PWI or not. You know, these are not innocent little girls and shit. And even as the educated black man, I thought it too, because I went to college during 2012 to where a lot of people were first generation college students. And I was hearing the numbers and black women on these dating panels, you know, talking about, I'm looking for an educated brother. I'm looking for an educated black man. You know, I go to a college, I go to a PWI. I mean, there's a good sizable amount of black women because the city is 40 to 50% black. So you can't really lose to a degree. But the issue was black women at the college, they were on bullshit. You know, they were on bullshit. Chasing Ray Ray and Pookie. They weren't hitting on shit. They were just trying to share the same fucking guy that every girl is trying to get. And there's literally, I think I put it on one of my videos on YouTube, where there's multiple accounts of black men who even went to HBCUs who were not athletes or in the Divine Nine or fraternity, and they were talking about how the girls weren't fucking with them. And I think this was a kid from Howard. but let's go. For black women attending college, we're really thriving to level the playing field or become economically stable. Our goal is to secure a career and in turn secure our family. How you guys aren't interested in families? I've already done a video 3 months ago about I titled it "The Useless Black Woman." The black woman is useless even if married. Something to that effect. And I talked about how there was this woman who had a PhD. She was dating a brother. You know, that didn't go well. She was single for 15 years. Dated a lesbian. Now she's a single mom by choice. So I don't understand this concept of family, because you're not looking for brothers to be above your level. You're not looking at the career guys. So I don't understand the family aspect to it. Cause I don't understand what you see where you read family with niggas in the fraternities or niggas playing basketball and football and shit. I don't understand what you see family oriented about that. Black women attending college are okay, blah blah, and Andrika being the assistant director of Howard University Center for Women's and Gender Global Leadership. Securing a spouse isn't the ultimate agenda for us. That doesn't mean we aren't interested in it. See, I told you they were going to bullshit themselves and lie and talking about they're not going to college to find anybody. They're just going to college just to go to college. Like, stop it, man. Stop this shit. Because once we talk about body count, y'all get nervous. So hush for that bullshit. Y'all get really nervous about that body count talk. That doesn't mean we're not interested, but it isn't the reason we are choosing to further our education. You can do both. That's the issue. You can do both. But the thing is, your dating preferences don't reflect family or looking for a family or marriage. It's just aimless fucking. We can go down the line to the college women during the slut walk and all that goofy shit that was going on like 10 years ago. The marriage squeeze. Whether dating to marry or focus on dating at all is a priority for black women in college. Uncontrollable factors like systematic racism preferences, stigma, and social influence by Western beauty standards play in the experience of singlehood amongst black women college students. Which is bullshit. The only thing I would say is factual is partially I can say that, hey, it's systematic. There's not enough black men in college because black men aren't being promoted to go to college. Another issue I have is the preferences, which is just your preferences. It's not the guy's preferences. Most black men want to be with black women. It's your bullshit preferences because you always want to get 6'2" guys and taller and simply just get with basketball players and football players and niggas in fraternities, and that's your only preference. Like I said before, I got TikTok video evidence of black boys talking about they can't do nothing in college because these bitches ain't fucking with them because they're not associated with shit. You can't just go to an HBCU and go to college just to go to college as a black man. Nah, they ain't gonna fuck with you. But in a take a quick pause real quick. So let's keep going.
Niggas is like fucking.
Let's keep going. Where was I? According to the book, Dating Divide, Race and Desire in the Era of Online... What is this? They want me to buy it. Maybe one day. I don't know. Young black women, like most everyone else, wants to marry someone who's similarly that's not true. That's not true on the perspective of a black woman. A white woman, maybe. A Latina woman, maybe. But a white woman for sure, I mean. But a black woman, no. They're not looking for guys who are equally educated. If that was the case, their preferences would have changed. If that was the case, niggas in Morehouse would be married by the time they fucking graduate. By the time they become a senior, they would be married. If that was the motherfucking case. Hush with that bullshit. But in a society where black women are amongst the highest demographic in America, because I'm not trying to repeat myself, and only 36% of black male students complete a bachelor's degree within 6 years, the dating pool drastically decreases for black women seeking an equal on campus. But the thing is, when you meet your equal, and he's not the guy that he's not the 6'2" guy, he's not the player, he's not the select fuck boy that everybody wants. You guys act like you can't do anything with him. Because you guys always pull this bullshit to where you guys want to act as if, oh, I'm doing this, I'm wearing the cape for our race, but men aren't keeping up. And I'm like, hey, the manosphere was literally built. Black manosphere was literally built on the frustrations of educated lames, of educated black men not getting X, Y, and Z. Our early discussions, as far back as 2010, was about black women choosing thugs, even the most educated ones. Man. We have an economic system that creates real inequality, in particular in black men. And I can agree. But the thing is, when black men beat those odds, you still don't choose them. And you still hesitate to be with them. So it's not about the money. It's not about black economics, building a family. It's about your stupid sexual desires. And so have you a situation known as the marriage screws, where black women tend to be more highly educated than black women because of the different ways and a racist society impacts men versus... The thing is bullshit, and I'm going to end it here because I'm getting a little fucking fed up. I'll probably do a part 2 later, but I'm getting fed up with this article because it's disingenuous. If this was the case, black men who are educated, even if it's as low as 5% of the black male population, will be having the bangest girls, the baddest bitches, the funnest times, true commitment, true monogamy from this woman, and niggas will be like, oh my fucking god, look at these educated niggas from Mora, look at these educated niggas coming out the hood. And they're scoring the baddest women. They got the best jobs in the world. Then those street niggas would get in line, even if it's something as simple as an associate's degree. But we don't see that, do we? Nah, we don't see that. So you can't prove it, because we already had black men who go to college and said like, bitches wouldn't fuck with me, black women wouldn't fuck with me, whatever. So that's a null and void argument. I don't even know why you would even pull that out your ass like that. Bullshit.